A new day begins not softly, but with a trembling kind of light, the kind that spills over the edge of night, raw and uncertain, yet fierce enough to announce survival. In that fragile light, there stands a woman who once said, "I took a deep breath and listened to the old bray of my heart. I am, I am, I am." These 3 words, simple, haunting, defiant, became Sylvia Plath's anthem to existence. Because for her, life was not just about breathing. It was about burning, about creating, about bleeding words onto the page until truth stood naked and alive. Sylvia Plath was not born to whisper. She was born to roar in ink, to paint storms with language, to show the world that even in the darkness, beauty can pulse like lightning. Her story is not one of tragedy, it's one of power, of a mind so alive it refused to rest in silence, of a woman who turned her suffering into sentences that still breathe decades later. She once wrote, "The worst enemy to creativity is self-doubt," and she fought that enemy every day with her pen, her thoughts, her relentless will to transform pain into poetry. Every artist knows this battlefield, the war between the heart and the world, between what we dream and what we dare to speak. Sylvia walked through that battlefield with words as her armor. Each poem, a confession. Each line, a resurrection. She didn't write for applause, she wrote to survive, to make sense of chaos, to prove that art could make even despair luminous. In her mirror, she didn't see perfection. She saw reflection, a haunting, honest reminder of the self that waits beneath masks. "I am rooted," she said, "but I flow." And isn't that the secret of all creation? To remain grounded in truth, while flowing through the storms of change. To let the river of imagination carry you, even when the world calls your art too strange, too dark, too much. Sylvia Plath's life was a symphony of intensity. She believed that to feel deeply was not a curse, it was the cost of authenticity. In her journals, she wrote, "I want to live and feel all the shades, tones and variations of mental and physical experience possible in life. And I am horribly limited." But that limitation, those boundaries of pain and pressure, became her forge. She wrote through them, not around them. She taught the world that the artist does not escape. The fire the artist becomes it. Imagine her at her desk in the early morning hours, the world asleep and the air heavy with silence. The only sound, the click of a typewriter key, the heartbeat of creation. Every word she wrote was a step closer to freedom. Every poem, a fragment of her truth pressed into eternity. She showed us that creation is not born from comfort. It's born from the struggle between what breaks us and what builds us. She was not afraid of her shadow. She studied it. She gave it voice. And in doing so, she freed millions of souls who had been told their darkness was weakness. Sylvia taught us that our flaws are not our failures. They are our fingerprints. They are proof that we have lived, felt, and survived. Through the pages of Ariel in the Bell Jar, Sylvia Plath built a bridge between despair and defiance. She reminded us that even in collapse, there can be creation. She wrote, "I desire the things that will destroy me in the end." But what she truly desired was expression, the raw, unfiltered, unashamed act of saying, "I am here. I matter. My voice will not disappear." Her journey was not easy, but that's why it matters. Because every great artist knows the taste of doubt, the chill of failure, the weight of expectation, and yet they rise. They rise not because they are fearless, but because fear itself becomes their muse. Sylvia once confessed, "I shut my eyes and all the world drops dead. I lift my lids and all is born again." In that single line lies the secret to her power rebirth through perception, creation through vision. Plath's legacy is not about sorrow, it's about transformation. She turned her battles into art that continues to awaken others. She was proof that even broken wings can ride across the sky, that even if life tries to silence you, your words can still echo through time. She showed us that beauty is not imperfection, it's in persistence. And isn't that what we all seek? To rise again, no matter how many times we've been buried by fear, rejection, or pain. To take every bruise and turn it into a brushstroke. Sylvia's story whispers to us, don't hide your intensity. Don't dim your fire. Let your voice tremble if it must, but let it be heard. Because your truth, your art, your existence, it matters. She wrote, perhaps when we find ourselves wanting everything, it is because we are dangerously close to wanting nothing. These words remind us that our hunger for more, for meaning, for connection, for creation is not greed. It's the pulse of purpose. We are not meant to live half asleep. We are meant to burn, to ache, to strive, to rise. When Sylvia Plath stood before her dreams, she did not ask for permission, she demanded expression. And through that demand, she became immortal. Her words carved pathways into hearts that will never forget her. If I didn't think, I'd be much happier, she once said. But her thinking, her questioning, her relentless search for truth became the light that guides others out of darkness. To follow Sylvia's spirit is to dare to feel, to write, paint, speak, live with terrifying honesty. To refuse to be small in a world that fears passion. To remember that pain can be a teacher, that silence can be rewritten, and that our real art is never about perfection. It's about presence. Her story teaches us that your scars do not make you unworthy. They make you original. They make you powerful. The moments you break are the same moments that rebuild you. Every poem you write, every dream you chase, every truth you speak, it's a rebellion against silence. It's a declaration. I am still here. Sylvia Plath reminds us that every day you wake up, you are reborn. The world may not understand your fire, but it doesn't need to. Your duty is not to be understood, it's to be felt. And the ones who feel your truth will find strength through it. When you create, you join the eternal conversation between souls who dared to feel too much and speak too loud. You become part of the living fire that Sylvia left behind. The kind of flame that doesn't destroy, it transforms. So when the world feels heavy, remember her voice. The blood jet is poetry. There is no stopping it. Your art, your passion, your drive, it's unstoppable. The world can doubt you, but your soul knows. Every word you write, every dream you chase, every time you refuse to give up, you are proving that creation is stronger than despair. Let Sylvia Plath's legacy ignite your own. Don't be afraid to dive into the deep, to walk through the mirror of your fears, and to emerge blazing, because your truth, your art is your salvation. And when you reach the end of your day, look in the mirror and whisper, as she once did, I am. I am. I am. A declaration of existence, a heartbeat that echoes through eternity. This is not just her story. It's yours too. A story of struggle, of beauty, of transformation, of refusing to be silenced, of turning pain into purpose, and purpose into power. So rise, write, create, burn, because the world needs your fire. Like this message, if it stirs something within you, share it with someone who's fighting their silence. Subscribe for more voices that refuse to fade. Because just like Sylvia Plath, Your story or light can set the world aflame.